Hello! Welcome back. In the last episode, a whole bunch of shit happened. We went into Dungeon 6, we beat Dungeon 6. We got the mermaid suit, we did other stuff. You know, other stuff. We got interrupted by Mom, we got interrupted by AVG. We almost died against Vire. Oh, that's not entirely true. I had the whole situation under control the entire time. And now, we are going to rescue Nehru. So, and Ralph's like, if I'm easy to say, it's gonna be me. There should be a hidden entrance to the palace. I'll sneak through there. What? Why do I know about the hidden passage on my first trip here? Deus Ex Machina, that's why. Yeah, so he basically just tells you everything that you need to do, because he's that kind of asshole. Now, let me see here. What do we want on a Rock's Feather? Okay, so a couple things. You go left, and there's a warp point here, in the form of a scent seed tree. And basically all you have to do is step on these 4 buttons. And it's pretty easy. Like, this honestly requires basically no skill. The guys will always start facing away from the buttons. I'm basically winging this too, by the way. Like, I haven't practiced this at all, so... And I have no delusions of getting to Chapter 7, or to Chapter 7, Jesus Christ. Wow. I have no intention of getting really far in this episode. I mean, like, we're probably not going to get into the 7th dungeon. My game audio is really loud. Holy crap, let me turn that down a little, so I can actually hear myself talk. Okay. Now, how do I want to do this? I can't believe these guys got me. I mean, it's not even hard, but we're just gonna weasel our way through like that. I guess take another swig of root beer. Got the same root beer from last time. And we can just sneak past these guys. One more. I mean, if it weren't obvious enough that that's a secret passage. And this one's probably the easiest of them all. I mean, they're all easy. I was just being a dumb shit for that 3rd one. Alright. So, these guards, actually, inside of the castle, these guards will fight you, which I think is kind of funny. But now that we have the mermaid suit, you can also dive under this kind of, like, ocean water. The water that we couldn't swim in before. You'll see these whirlpools, too, and they basically act like pits normally do, so just don't go into them because it's bad, so... Yep, that's about it. That's a very weird staircase picture. I mean, like, how often do you see that? And now, guess what? We're inside the castle. Hi, guys. I guess they've got no, like, peripheral vision, right? I think we actually want to go to the right, but I think you can get a ring if you go this way. At least I'm pretty sure you can. Oh, no, so there's fairies there. And now if you go in this staircase, I think there's a ring here. I'm pretty damn sure there's a ring here. Don't quote me on that, though, because, I don't know for a fact. Maybe this is the way you're supposed to go. But you can just kind of, like, stealth your way around. I guess this was the way you're supposed to go, so hey, fancy that. Well, you remember way back in, like, episode 2, when Varan was like, these mystery seeds smell awful. Well, root beer. Well, now we actually have a use for them. Because that's how we get Varan out of Nehru's body. And circumvent the whole, like, you know, possession is bad thing. And then what you do is you switch to the switch hook to get her out of Nehru's body. I mean, like, this is so weird. But you hit her with a switch hook, and then you can hit her. Right? So, I mean, it's kind of crazy, convoluted. But we, as long as you're quick... And the other thing you could do is use Pegasus Seeds to make yourself a little faster. I'm not too concerned about this, because I think you only have to hit her 3 times. But, you know, just for the hell of it, I'll put the Pegasus Seeds on, because, you know, hey, Pegasus Seeds don't get enough love. And the terrain here can be kind of interesting. And you just pop her in the face. No, we want the switch hook. Pop her in the face. And that was it. I mean... Not very difficult for, like, a mini-boss, like a Between Dungeons boss. Edward, where are we? More root beer. You seem different. You seem nice. And of course, she possesses the queen. That bitch. I just kind of realized that there's a lot of women in this game as, like, main characters. The main villain is a woman, and then you have Nehru, and you have the queen. And you have Ralph, too. He's like a girl, basically, so... God, that was dumb. More root beer! I like how she's like, guards, get these guys. And they all start, like, walking really, really slowly towards us. But anyway, so we're here, group's all here, and now, oh, all the strange stuff that happened is gonna, oh, the guy's coming back to life! Look at that, he's not stone anymore. Isn't that fantastic? And all the monkeys coming back mysteriously, just appear out of, oh, we got a girl monkey with the bow, you see right there, that's a girl monkey. But Varan's still in the past, so yeah. We've still got 2 more dungeons, basically, is what the Maku tree is saying. Right? Oh, blah blah blah, shut the hell up, Ralph, you're an idiot. But what Nehru's gonna do is, she's gonna give us the last song, which basically makes everything that we've done pointless. Or the other 2 songs pointless. Right? Because it means that you can, like, freely travel back and forth between the past and present. So you never have any reason to use the other 2 songs. Oh, now this is kind of interesting. That figure on the right is actually Twin Rova, which you probably won't know unless you link the games, because you can actually fight them when you link the games from one to the other, right? But they don't really say that. Like, one of the sisters sends Varan here, and the other sends Onyx to the wherever Seasons takes place. I think it's called Holodrum. Pretty damn sure it's called Holodrum. Yeah, the next essence is inside of a fish. And the next dungeon is kind of it's basically this game's water temple, in everything but name. But we'll get to that later. You know, just like the water temple in, like, an Ocarina of Time 3-heart run, the dungeon itself isn't terribly confusing, but in terms of, like, the threat of dying, if you go into that dungeon with a boomerang, there is no threat of dying at all. Now, something interesting that we can do is actually get into this, like, half of the shop that we haven't seen before. I have no idea why I'm doing this, because I don't think there's really anything we can buy here. But, I mean, you know, we've been walking past it this entire game, these 12 parts. But you can get, like, a bigger ring box, which, you know, we're not using rings, so it doesn't matter. You can get a Gosh Siege, you can buy a piece of heart, but, you know, what use do we have for a piece of heart, right? It's a 3-heart run. So, yeah, this is a... We do have to do Jabu-Jabu's belly, and I'm not very enthused about having to do it, because it means I have to practice the dungeon some more. Because it's like a terrible, terrible dungeon. What we're actually going to do is swim out to sea, now that we have the ability to, you know, do that. And I'm pretty sure we can get out here. Oh, no, I guess we can't. God damn it! Guess we've got to go the long way around. Fine. But basically, now that we have this, and you can dive under here, and there's, like, a whole world, and some cool music. In, like, 3/4 time, you know, a very waltzy feeling. But what we're gonna do is... Oh, pirate ship. But what we're gonna do... And I keep getting, like, distracted by things. But our goal is to clean up all of this shit out of the ocean. And we're gonna do it by getting to that building. And I hope to get there in this episode. And, like, maybe do the things that we need to do. But I don't know how well that's gonna work out. I almost fell into the whirlpool there. That wouldn't have been good at all. So yeah, forgive me, I am going kind of impromptu here. But there's a lot of playing the harp in this episode. And this is really gonna be the last time puzzle that we have to do, if you want to call it that. Oh, I guess that's not what you're supposed to do after all. Oh, that's interesting. You know what I should have done? Maybe I should have actually practiced this before we went out. Or you know what? Oh my god, I think I'm a dumb shit, and I think you're just supposed to dive under this stuff. Oh, no. Well, then what the hell are you supposed to do? Oh, you know what? I think what we were supposed to do, actually, is I think you're supposed to start heading here in the present. If that makes sense, but I think you're supposed to go to the present. And then swim down. And then you should be able to dive under the goop there. Because I know that's how you, like, start the thing where we're going to go. Because, yeah, I mean, like, the library's still there. That hasn't changed. That's the library, by the way. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, yeah, this place. You talk to this hot redhead here. My family's been fishing this island since my day. The island is drifting to the so farther east. That's very articulate of you, right? Well, play the harp. Just keep playing the harp. We're gonna rock. You're gonna hear this tune so much in this episode. Hell, there might even be like a counter of harp playing. I don't know if I want to do that though, because that is a lot of work in editing. I'd rather not. Alright, so we're gonna go up here. We're gonna play the harp again. It's such a jolly little tune. It's very, like, impressive for the Game Boy Color. If you consider everything about this game, it is very impressive for the Game Boy Color, considering the limitations that you have. Now, I think what you're actually supposed to do is... That sign should say the same thing. Oh, that's not what you're supposed to do. Well then, maybe you're supposed to play the song in a different area. Is that what you're supposed to... I can't even remember now. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I don't know anymore. I'm just going back and forth in between screens. I don't think you're supposed to play the song here. Oh, look at that nerd. Now the island drifts toward the horizon. In my grandson's day, this island will be further west. Do you have a heart in your pots? I want to break your pots. Can I check out your chest too? That's a nice chest. That's actually something that happens in Link's Awakening. Link actually is like, oh, this is a nice chest. Well, I mean, like, Link doesn't say it himself. Or maybe he does, because it isn't a dialogue box. Alright, I swear to God, what you're supposed to do is play the song, and then you get to the other side. I'm, like, damn sure this is what you're supposed to do. I don't know why I can't. Or maybe you're supposed to go to the south? Dude, what are you fucking doing, man? You don't know anything about this game. This is the worst run-through of Oracle of Age. Really? Really? Wow. I suck. Say it with me, everyone. I suck. Well, anyway, now we can get up here, and you can play the harp again. You know, it probably would have helped if I had actually practiced this part of the game. I am going to practice the next dungeon, because the next dungeon, we will literally be in the next dungeon for like a week if I don't practice it, because it's very confusing. Alright, so now you can head over this way. Alright, we should be like mostly in the clear now. And then I think you play the harp. I can't remember where you're supposed to play the harp. I think it's in like this corner, and then you should be able to dive under some of this shit in the ocean. Like, they never exactly say what this stuff in the ocean is. Like, it's just pollution, but it literally looks like piles of shit. I mean, like, right? Or maybe you play the harp there. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you just end up getting stuck on some shit. Link gets stuck on shit. I bet somebody's made a video about that, right? You know what I mean, fellas? Alright, so you can dive under this stuff. But we don't want to go up there, because that's where we already came from. Oh, okay, wow. That was dumb. I can't believe it took me that long to figure out what to do, because it's like not even a hard puzzle. Oh my god, you know what I forgot to do? I'm a fucking dumbass. But anyway, if you go, what we've got to do is we got to get the king's permission to get inside Jabu-Jabu. Oh yeah, we want to get inside a big fish. But as it turns out, the Zora King's actually dead right now. Because he was sick in the past and he died. And this money is actually going to come in very handy, because the only way you can save him is by giving him a magic medicine. You know, the thing that, like, brings you back from the dead. And the only place you can get the magic medicine is from Sira. And the magic medicine costs 300 rupees. So it is nice that they give you, like, freaking 200 rupees there in that chest in the present. And I would definitely recommend you take advantage of that. I should have done this before we went out there in the first place. But that's okay, because they have the warp stuff, so it's fine. It's all good in the hood. Wow, this commentary kind of really sucks. But whatever. I'm halfway tempted to get myself a magic potion, too. Because I do have enough money for two. Well, actually, then I'd have to come all the way back here and buy another one. Actually, I'll probably buy one in between the 7th and 8th dungeons. Because the 8th dungeon is not easy. And it would be nice to have that just for that, like, particular dungeon. Why am I walking? I could be flying! I could be traveling by tornado! Yay! And we can just go back to the Zora village. And, I mean, like, there's all kinds of, like, exploration stuff that you can do with the Zora village. I'm not really gonna bother, because there's not much you can get except, like, maybe a ring or two. I just kind of want to get up to the point where we can do the next dungeon in this video. I have no idea how long that's gonna take either. That might take a whole other 25 minutes or something. But anyway, as you can see, there's still shit everywhere in the ocean, and these guys are like, oh, it's so depressing that there's so much shit in all this ocean. So let's go see the king. Hello, king. Are you gonna go weep, 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 weep? Yep, so we just blew 300 rupees on this guy. Apparently magic medicine tastes terribly, by the way, but whatever. So, we want to go inside the fish. A big fish? You mean Jabu-Jabu? But Jabu-Jabu is a guardian of the Zoras. Calling him a fish is an insult! Oh, well, sorry, man. Well, alright. But he says he'll never forget our deeds, and apparently he can live to be, like, fucking 500 years old or whatever. Because he's gonna now be alive in the present, and he's also gonna forget about the fact that we insulted Jabu-Jabu by calling him a fish. He is no mere fish. He is the guardian of the ocean. And apparently very sick or dead because of the shit in the water. But let's see what he has to say now. Yeah, there's a lot of going back and forth. Between times. Between two times. We're diminishing between worlds. Oh, wow. So much death metal, right? Decrepit Birth they're a pretty cool band. That's a good album. Alright, very well, take this! We get the library key. It has a book on it. And it's an ancient library, so we don't know if the key still works. Actually, yeah, the key will only work in the past, and then as long as you have the door open, the door will be unlocked in the present, so... Guess what that means? We're going back in time. Oh, ouch. Yeah, see, the shit does like a quarter of a heart if you touch it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. We can get here. And now there's actually something kind of interesting that we're going to have to do with this. But will you play the song again? You know, ding! That's another one. How many is that? Probably like 7 or so. And we can just use the key. Go inside the library. That is such a cool looking library. Now, I forget exactly... Oh, yeah. So there it is in the past. And you can talk to these, like, old farts. Fairy powder is said to be stored in the back. You can literally see it! Look! There it is, right there. That's it. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, Link, no one wants to hear that. Don't play that shit inside. So we need the Book of Seals, basically. Oh, and what's fairy powder? So yeah, these idiots don't know anything that we actually need. Actually, you know what I think you're supposed to do now? I always forget exactly what you're supposed to do with this part of the game. But I know I'm kind of like, well, hang on a second. Oh, now we've got not old people. However, at some point in the past, someone took it away. Yeah, that was me, you think? I'm studying the cause of the filthy seawater, but I'm dumb and I can't learn anything. Hello, hot redhead. Now there's just one crinkled old book. Are we supposed to talk to this guy now? Oh. Damn it! You do have to talk to the fairy. I knew I should have played the song! Well, here we go. We're gonna play the song again. And, yeah, so the reason that the seawater became all filthy and dirty and polluted is actually because they turned the fairy into an Octorok. I'm not even kidding you on this. You like, look at this. Alright, we're gonna switch across. Whoop! Right? Gotta love that sound effect. Whoop! And the fairy's like, oh, I'm the queen, but this queen made me ugly, and... Queen. Varan made me terrible. So now she wants us to find fairy powder. And now we can talk to the guy in the back. Now that we've, like, put 2 and 2 together in our head. Oh my god. This is such bullshit. I just want to go to the dungeon. Yeah, you know, get hype about the worst dungeon in the game. It's not a bad dungeon, it's just long and tedious and confusing. You say you can solve the riddle of this book? Uh-huh. Hey, I got your book. So yeah, we just took the book from this guy so we can solve a puzzle in the past. So we just basically stole a book from an old guy. That's noble, right? Stealing things from old people? That's what Link stands for. So how's everybody doing? Today is still April 19th. I've got a marketing project due on my birthday, which is Monday of all days. And it's really shitty. I have to make a 30-second advertisement. Okay, so I have to explain how you do this. You go right 4 to 4. Oh, it's 4 directly from the book. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 2, right 2. Yep. Up 2, left 1, up 2, right 1, up 1. Okay. Up 2, left 1, up 2, right 1, up 1. Yep, we're doing this. Left 2, up 1, left 3. Left 2. Unfortunately, they have, like, the candles, so you can, like, kind of figure things out. Down 1, left 3, up 1, left 3. I mean, it's kind of intuitive, too. Down 1, right 1, down 2, left 2, down 3. Down 1, right 1, down 2, left 2, down 3. And now the long one. Down, right 1, down 1, right 2, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 2. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're cheating! Right 1, down 1, right 2, and then up 1, and then right 1. Yeah, you can cheat this thing. Up 1, and then it's right 2, right? Yep. You have done well to make it so far. I acknowledge your courage and offer you this. I think I was talking about my marketing project, though. Yeah, it's really dumb. I have to make like a 30-second commercial for promoting a vegan lifestyle in Detroit, which I think is basically impossible. She gave us some like demographic data, and it's like average income in Detroit is like $10,000, and it's like, oh my god. How can these people afford to eat vegan? It's so expensive. And that means you have to give up eating meat. Plus, Detroit is already, like, super unhealthy. I mean, Detroit is basically a failed state. I mean, I'm not saying Detroit is like Somalia, but, well, oh, well, I'm kind of saying Detroit is like Somalia. I'm calling it a failed state, I am, but no, Detroit's not that bad. There are parts of Detroit that are actually really pretty. Even the seedy parts have, like, nice architecture and stuff. You know, where the buildings aren't all run down. Happy Zoras. Getting the fairy dust, getting the sparkly jizz all over their faces. Alright, so we finally cleared out the oceans, and the nice thing is we don't have to worry about this shit in the ocean ever again. Literally ever again. So we can just kind of swim freely around. But what we really want to do is talk to the king again. Now that there's no shit in the ocean, we can visit Jabu-Jabu, because he's not dead in the present anymore. So let's, well, might as well talk to the king one more time. Okay, go back in the palace. God, there's so much running back and forth in this part of the game. I forgot how tedious this was. You have even given us clean seas again. I must thank you. What? You wish to enter Jabu-Jabu? Wow, you're a very disturbed young person. He's too small to go inside him, and we don't like pedophiles here in the Zora Kingdom. You have to be of at least 100 years old to go inside someone in Zora Land. That's right. But anyway, we can, now we can play the song yet again. Yet again, we can play the song. And we can go back to the, present, right? I can't remember if I pointed this out in an earlier episode or anything, but the, like, the symbols for all of the songs on the harp are, like, the same symbols as the medallions in Wind Waker, and the, corresponding, like, spiritual stones in Ocarina of Time. I W Zora 0 and permit you to enter Ooh, kinky. So we may go see Jabu-Jabu. Hooray! We're finally, we've done all the stuff that we need to do to enter the 7th dungeon. The tedious one. Right? Let's go and... Oh, there he is. Fish face. Let's go inside him. Alright, everyone. Next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. I almost said Ocarina of Time. Oracle of Ages 3-Heart Run. Dungeon 7. Look at all these statues staring at me. I can't wait. Thanks for watching. See you next time.